Hey guys, Casey here. Welcome. Doing something a little different today. I'm doing a pickups video, and it's kind of been a busy week, so stuff's been piling up over there and back here, over there, and I kind of wanted to clean up my game room a little bit, and I had a bunch of bags of new stuff, and I was like, hey, why don't I just finally get around to doing a fucking pickup video? So here I am. And some of the stuff came from Goodwill, and some of it came from some picker friends that I have, and some of it came from forums. I'm on the Portland Retro Gaming forum on Facebook, and I get a hold of people through there. I pick up stuff, and so I'll be showing it here to you today, and I'll be cutting in some close-ups because I know this is kind of far away. So let's get right into it. Now this is kind of interesting. I got this for $1.99 at Goodwill. This is a computer mate for 5 1/4 floppy, and it holds your floppies in there. Really cool. I've kind of looked it up online. The only ones that I found online claim that it is vintage. I don't know if the 80s are vintage or not, but I guess it's vintage now. I guess I'm vintage. But they seem to go for about $40. So real neat score. I actually don't have a 5 1/4 floppy drive, but I actually do have some discs. So real cool. Now I can store my discs in a fancy new folder. Real cool. What else do I got over here? Now I guess I'll go through my Goodwill stuff first. For $1.99, I got this Nintendo DS case. Real cool stuff here. Looks like you can fit a Nintendo DS, 6 games, and maybe your cords and stuff here. It's red. Red's my favorite color. So, pretty cool pickup there. I'm just kind of a sucker for old stuff like this. Actually, it looks old. It looks really old school, but actually when I got home and started taking a more closer look to it, it has a date of 2001 on it. So it's not as old as I thought it was. But this is Mattel Classic Baseball, and I got it for $2.99. So I mean, most of the stuff that I pick, now when you're going out, I kind of have this general rule of $5. I don't go over it. Sometimes I'll make an exception if it's like really cool and something I don't have, but $5 is kind of my limit. I'm kind of a sucker for just weird shit like this. This is one of those. It's got metal balls in it, and you shoot it up. Goes in there. This is actually my second one. I have one that's Space Race. It's the same exact thing, except this one's a little bit older. This one's from 2006. This one is 2012, made by the same company. I don't know. I actually got this one earlier this week. I already put it away. I don't know. It's just kind of neat to have sitting in the background for looks, really. Now, this next item, you guys remember these. You had one if you were born around 1985. You had one of these as a kid. I know this is probably about 1991, 92, but Disney released these. They're little handhelds, and with the LCD screen. There's not much to the gameplay or graphics, but we all had them as a kid. So this is more of a nostalgia thing. This one in particular is the Lion King. When I was 6 or 7, I had the Power Rangers one, and my sister, I believe, had the Snow White one. But now I have the Lion King one. So real cool. Like, again, I'm a sucker for these. This, oh, and by the way, this was $2.99. I'll be putting the price sticker on the video so you can see what I paid for. This is just an NES controller pad cell phone case. I'm not exactly sure which phone it fits. Judging by what it looks like, it might be some kind of an older Samsung Android, maybe an S2, S1 or 2, but 99 cents, whatever. This is a sealed Nintendo DS game case and game. It's a SpongeBob SquarePants. So it's got a DS case inside of it and a sealed game. As far as I know, this has never been opened. Doesn't look like it. Box is in pretty good shape. $3.99. Yeah, not much there. $2.99 now. So that looks like it from the Goodwill bag. Let's go into. I picked this up the other day. One of my picker friends got it for me. It's Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2 for the Game Boy Advance. Now this has the updated version of Super Mario World with an updated version of the Mario Brothers arcade version on it. They fixed a little bit of things, well not fixed, but they changed the sound. The game music's a little bit different. Gameplay is the same, except now you can pick from Mario and Luigi on the game screen before each level. As far as I know, it's just the music, and I've only played the first couple worlds, but that's the only differences that I have noticed. Pretty cool pickup, and this is probably, I got it for $5, and it's probably a $10 game, so it's definitely a lot cheaper than actually buying Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. Get off that pickup. So I got a pair of Atari 2600s today. This is a 6-switch and a 4-switch. And I have not tested these. Apparently, there are a couple things wrong with them. I think I paid $10 for both of these together. And one has a graphical issue and the other one is probably an RF issue. I don't know, but they're going into my project bin. I absolutely love to fix old consoles, especially Atari. Ataris are they're easy to take apart and they're fun. So it'd be really cool if I got these guys working again. I had also picked up earlier this week a working 6-switcher from actually the same person earlier this week. This is a 6-switch, like I said, it works great. And it's real nice to have a 6-switch in my collection, because previously I only had a 4-switch and my 7800 over there. So real cool. And from the same person who I picked up that from, I also got this really awesome Wiko command control Atari controller. And what's really cool about this is you have a button on the top joystick here that works for really cool firing, as well as the standard button over here in the top corner. And you can actually switch, so whichever button you want to use at the time. I really like this controller because it's a lot easier to fit in your hand and move the joystick than the older style. So this is actually the most comfortable controller I have found. It still has that kind of issue where the base is too small, but the joystick's easier to move around. You're not having that rough struggle with the controller. This is the best one I've found so far for the 2600. I bought for the 7800, I bought Sentinel complete in box. This is actually a PAL version. Real cool. I think I paid $10 for this game. I kind of went over a little bit, but I had to make an exception because it came off from somebody off the forum, and I really I love 7800 stuff, and PAL topped it off. Real cool. And since we're into Atari right now, Yesterday I picked up some games. Some games I actually didn't have in my collection yet. My Atari stuff's up there. Got Yar's Revenge. Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man for the 7800. It's always cool to get 7800 stuff. Food Fight for 7800. Pitfall. I actually finally got Pitfall. It was on the list of stuff to get. Finally got it. Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back. And earlier this week, I actually got... Can't find it. Oh, right here. I got Space Invaders from Video Game Wizards and Astro Blast, which Astro Blast has been an absolute blast to play. And all these Atari carts that I got, I paid for $1 a piece. I mean, that's something that's really fun about Atari, is most games you can find for $1 a piece. And I know it's not the most popular thing to collect for, but I'm a sucker for Atari stuff and been having a blast with it. Oh wait, I do have one more Atari piece. I have the Point Master Rapid Fire. I have not tested this out yet, but the person I bought it from the forum, the same person I got this stuff from, said that this is a link between the controller that goes to the controller port in the back of the Atari. Plug your controller in. This is kind of a middleman, and instead of clicking the button each time, you hold it down, and that's the rapid fire. I have not tested this out yet, but pretty cool little device, and I paid $5 for it. So Halo, the original Halo, still sealed in the now let me pause here. I'm not a big sealed game guy, but when it comes to owning Halo stuff, like, that's pretty cool. I have all the Halo 1 and 2 cover variations over there, and I don't have a sealed one, and I did not have a PAL one, so this is sealed and PAL. So this will fit nicely into my Xbox collection. Going back to the Goodwill stuff, I got this Pelican accessories switcher. And you can switch from Nintendo 64, these are actually labeled N64, PlayStation, PlayStation 2, and GameCube. And it's got your composite in the back. And you can go coax if you want to, but it's got the line out. And I actually did not need one of these. And I wasn't going to buy it. I don't know, it was kind of one of those things, should I buy it, should I not? And I texted one of my friends, and my friend actually needed it. And so I bought it, and I'm going to give it to him. When I got home, I then realized how cool this thing actually is how cool it looks when it's on top of my PS2. It matches my PS2, and it would have been really nice to put on top of there. But then again, the switcher that I use has S-video, and most of my outs on my consoles have that S-video, where you could go from GameCube, Xbox, NES. It's got the multi-ports on the back. Hey, sorry about the weird cut. My camera actually ran out of space, so I just had to put some more space into it. But my last couple items here, I got the Halo 3 official Xbox 360 guide. I'm a big fan of Halo and Xbox stuff, so when this came up for $2.99, it was a must-buy. And my nephew is huge into Halo right now, so he's gonna love this. And the other book is the official survival guide of Alan Wake. This is actually a game that I do have, and I have not gotten to it yet. It's over there in the game library. It's actually going to be my next game that I play on the 360. I got this for $2.99. I thought it was what perfect timing to find this and actually have that to be the next game that I play. So and that was $2.99, so sweet. That's all I got for you this week. I get stuff every single week. I probably come home with a bag full of stuff every day, so I'll do more of these videos. And it's not just for you guys, it's also for me to look back and kind of remember where a lot of this stuff came from. And I do a lot of Goodwill runs, and I will be having guest appearances from friends of mine who go out on these runs with me. And I got a couple in particular that are planned out in the next couple weeks. I have an area of 5 or 6 different places that I hit pretty heavy, and I have a handful of places that I might want to go check out. I'm not going to give you the address or where I get it, because that information I want to stay with me, but I'll let you guys look at my goodies. But that's all I got for you. Take care.